Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. First thing we're going to be doing today is taking care of the animals. Of course, we got now double the amount of horses as we had before, so they're going to go through the feed a little bit quicker. So they're going to get a bale of hay, and they're going to take all that, I'm sure. The sheep probably need a bale of hay as well. And I'm actually surprised, I was actually over at the sheep just a few seconds ago, the amount of wool that is sitting there. And I thought, did I not bring wool over in the month of April? And the spinnery still has a little bit of wool left into it. I'm like, well, I must have brought some over or else it would have been out by now. Yeah, we got tons of wool to bring over, which makes me think I may upgrade the spinnery in the future. Not currently now because, well, I paid so much of the loan off as I possibly could. Down to $5,000. But we are going to sell a couple of pallets of fabric this morning. The price is going down, but it's still pretty darn good. And that'll give me a little bit of cash to fool around with. I was thinking about doing some wood splitting today, but then I was trying to go around to see where I would want to cut down trees and do some wood splitting. Preferably would be where the training facility is going to go, but with the crops the way they are, all grown up, I would damage them trying to get in there, so I think we'll put that off on hold. But the main thing right now I got to do is take care of the animals. They're all low on feed. The chickens need feed. The horses, I could probably give them some sorghum as well. But everything needs to be taken care of. So I was also thinking about, money-wise, well, we did cut down on how much we're going to have to pay on the loan interest. But the one thing I did not take into consideration is the horse helper, the horse trainer. Since we got double the amount of horses, I'm pretty sure that's going to cost me double. I'm not really sure how much it is in Farming Simulator 22 for horse helper. I know in 19, I think it was like $300 per horse. I would think maybe the cost is the same here in 22. Not too sure, but if it is $300 a horse, we got 6 new horses, that's another, well, almost $2,000 I'm going to pay the horse helper to train, or not train, but ride the horses around and raise them on up. Oh, wait, I was going to do this, I want to say differently, but I don't know if I can grab 4 or not. See, how do I want to do this here? Let me actually narrow this up, because if I try, I can pick them up when the pallet forks are widely spread, but the problem is it's kind of questionable sometimes. So let me go ahead and we'll grab that one. All this is to make my trips worth it in a sense. And let's see here if I can grab. I should be able to have. I should have 3 of them. Now I'm going to go over here. Because the spinnery is almost out of wool, and we definitely want to make sure that keeps on going. Why is that one? I'm trying to see where my pallet fork is. Oh, it's pointing up too high. Do I have it now? And can we handle? Oh, of course I'm going to knock it off because nope, stop it. All right, this is all going bad, like it always does. Let me try to grab that correctly now. I was trying to wash the crop. I don't damage the crop, but unfortunately, didn't leave myself a lot of room here. Trying to save all the oats I possibly can. All right, 4,000 liters of wool. Of course, it may bounce around a little bit as I get along there. So, yeah, we did pay off a good amount of loan yesterday, or last episode. But now that we got 12 horses instead of 6, the trainer for the horses is probably going to take a little bit more cash, but that's fine. In the long run, we will get there. And then, of course, in a couple months, we will have the planks to sell. We'll pay off more to loan. It's just going to get better and better money-wise for us as we move along. So all of our fields are taken care of. We got a couple months before the grass is ready. So we may have to fast forward after I get everything done here with the animals. May fast forward right into the month of June and maybe right into July. We may still be selling planks today. I'm not too sure yet. I have to see how it goes. All right, now that I got some wool in the spinnery, let's take this up the road here. It's a little tight in here, but it works. Of course, if I had the auto loader, it'd be real simple. But there's just enough room for a telehandler. and the pallet forks. So, going to be just shy of $8 grand for these 2 pallets. But that'll definitely get us through for a few more months as well. Definitely until the planks are sold. Yes, I'll have to look around for a better spot to cut down trees. I just want to cut down a tree because there's a tree there. I want to approach it a little bit better. Kind of like, we were doing behind the sawmill and over by the sheep. But now I can't really get in there because, like I said, the crop is growing on in. $7,740, which is very, very nice to have. And now we'll just store the rest of the fabric until next April/May. Alright, let me go over and grab the rest of the wool, bring over to the spinnery. And at that rate, the spinnery is going to be having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the wool, but that's fine. We can always upgrade the spinnery. Or, like I said, I could just take wool and sell it. But, I mean, if we got the spinnery, I'd rather go ahead and just dump it on into there. I wonder how much it would be to upgrade the spinnery again. I don't know. Let's see, I can probably check. And if I do the math correct, hide inactive, we're at level 4. So 630. Was that 60,000 for the spinnery, or was it 40,000? I think it was 40,000. So it's going to be $60,000 to upgrade it one more time. Have to think about that. Maybe when I do the planks, maybe I'll take 60 grand and upgrade the spinnery. But we'll see how it's doing on the wool. If it's keeping up with the wool, then no sense in doing it. But if it's falling behind on the wool, then yeah, I'll definitely have to think about it. And within a year, that spinnery will produce the extra fabric. That extra fabric that it produces will probably repay us that $60,000 in 1 year. All right, let me get the rest of this wool on over. You can see I still got 5,250 liters to bring on over. All right, this will be all the wool into the spinnery that they produced. Yeah, I think after we finish feeding the animals, we're going to go ahead and skip to the month of June. And we'll see how the finances look after a day. And how much horse helper is actually taking. Telehandler might as well stay right here. Do I have room in the sawmill? Is the question. I should have enough room for planks to spawn or be stored into. Let's grab the. We'll grab the Deutz. So I need to repark this a little bit better in here, anyways. Oh, you know what I need to do though? No, I need to fertilize. I need to fertilize the well, they're all sorghum fields back there, aren't there? I need to fertilize, so the ones that were potato fields last year. Let's spit out the lime there. All right, let's go get that done. Then when I come back, I can feed the horses and the chickens. They're fine on food. Just got to make sure we top them up before the end of the day. And then June, we might just do the same thing. We might zip on through the month of June. Just got to take care of bringing the wool over to the spinnery. And just double checking on a few things. But almost forgot. We need to fertilize those 2 potato fields. This won't take long at all. Around here. I do love the fact that originally when I was going to start this map, I wasn't sure if I was going to have any fields back here. And then it didn't take long. I was like, yeah, we need to have a field back here just because, you know, we got to go past the little pond area in the river and enjoy coming back here now and then. This is the first growth stage for this stuff, is it not? It looks kind of tall. Alright, yeah, we're all set. No crop damage there. I'm hesitant, though. You gotta remember, though, the working width of this is not the widest. It's great for this farm, though. The working width is perfect. I know one or two people have said I could edit the XML file for this modded spreader so it holds a little bit more. It's fine for fertilizer, but as for lime, like always, go through a whole bunch of it. And since I'm not doing precision farming on this map, bringing up the map itself, it's not going to show me where I've been, so I'm going to have to kind of guess where I've been. Probably overlap a little bit here and there. And then we'll start harvesting, I think it's July for oats. We do have one wheat field now this year also. That's usually August, I do believe now. I'm starting to get into the rhythm of Farming Simulator 22 and the planting and the harvest times. Although some maps, if you're playing on a modded map, the map maker can change those times when things can be planted and harvested. I'm hoping this extra field right here will help us feed the animals throughout the year. It looks like we're going to be fine on the feed, but still stretching it on the thin side, meaning it seems like we just barely have enough. A couple more passes and I'll have a look at the map to see how we done. And then possibly in the wintertime, we'll have a look at the fields and see what fields do need some type of lime. I'd rather have the fields off sequence from each other, meaning they all don't need lime at the same time, because that would just be like a lot of trips back and forth to the store. I'd rather just do 1, 2, maybe 3 fields a year and be all set with it. Sure, I got a strip or two here that I probably have missed. Let's go into the map. Let's turn off the lime. Yeah, there's a little spot here and a spot there, but overall, I think I'm going to call that good. I mean, I can try to get those spots, and if I don't, well, someone's going to say, well, you could have got a little bit better yield if you got those spots. So let's see if I can guesstimate where I need to be. I have a feeling I'm completely wrong on this. Well, I got that spot. And how's that looking now? Alright, we'll call that good. Now let me turn on the lime as well. So, yeah, we'll lime this field next year. And all the other fields are looking, showing no signs. So maybe we'll just do these 2 fields here. But of course, after we harvest, if it's been a 3rd harvest, they'll say it needs to be taken care of. Alright, let's zip back to the farm. We'll grab the trailer, top off the horses and the chickens with sorghum. And I think I'll be out of sorghum, actually, once we do so. Drop the spreader in there. I'll have to put the lime away later. I'll bring the telehandler over and find some place to put it. Yeah, we don't have much sorghum left. I think maybe just shy of a full trailer. Chickens first, because they cannot take oats. I can always give oats to the horses. And they're probably squirreling the wrong way. Sorghum. Actually, I got more than a full trailer, so that's good. Yeah, this should be fine for the horses and the chickens. So yeah, I should have actually extra left over. Thought I had 11,000 liters left, but it's 16,000. So we got about another year with the horses that we have. And when they have offspring again, we have room for about, I think, 4 more. So what we'll do is when they give birth again, full horses will have the offspring too. We'll be holding at 99%. So what we'll do is we'll take the full horses that had their offspring and we'll bring them to the training facility. And then the other 2, once we do that, we'll have offspring. Then we can bring the other 2 to the training facility. And by then, the young horses that we just have should be getting ready to start doing some reproducing. I was ready to say, where's the trigger for that? Okay, got to make sure the chickens have their feed. Because currently, even though we're only halfway there, how are they doing on eggs? So yeah, they have made $18,000 worth of eggs, but we don't sell them. We sell them in November, and we're only in May. So that price, that should jump up quite a bit. And that chicken coop was rather cheap. It was only $9,000 for the coop, and probably spent just a couple thousand on the chickens themselves, the original chickens. But then, of course, we are giving them some feed throughout the year, but definitely making more on the eggs than what we're putting into the chickens at this point. All right. I will have a look at their stats. I don't know. It looks like they got plenty of straw in the horse pen here. Oh, no, I can't empty it this way because the trailer tips. I got to remember I got to actually back in like this, and it'll be just fine. Don't take it all. Well, at that point, you may as well have taken it all, but okay. Let's go see here. So the sheep, we gave them a bale, and that almost got them all the way on up. Chickens, of course, are looking really, really good now. And, of course, now the horses didn't quite fill up the trough, which is interesting. The trough is not full. Unless I just passed the hour and they ate some. I should be able to take the rest of that. Okay, maybe I don't know. That's a little bit better. So, yeah, we do have all of our horses here. And, of course, we can see the young ones only worth 152, and the mature ones are 416. And is there any delay in reproducing? Do they just go back? So next month, are we going to see like 9% reproducing? So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. So we just got to give them some time to process. If they don't start reproducing soon, then maybe we'll look at the training facility when I sell the planks. But I definitely will be doing something with the cash. So this leaves me with just shy of 4,000 liters of sorghum. And we do have 12,000 liters of oats. And we don't harvest the sorghum until when? Is that like October for sorghum? Oh, it's in August. Okay. So June, July, August. Okay, so we got about 3 more months Yeah, we'll have to see. I think I might be just a little bit shy on the sorghum. All right, now that the animals are taken care of, I think what we're going to do is just pass on the month here. So that way, because it's still 8 o'clock in the morning, so we can kind of see money-wise how we stand. Do we actually make a profit in a day by doing nothing? Of course, we are paying, like I said, horse helper. We are paying loan interest, but we are making money from strawberries in the wind turbine. So do we actually make a profit? Of course, depending on the price of the strawberries, that's always going to change a little bit. Park this as close as I can to this side. That way the Fiat could actually fit in over here. But I think what I might do tomorrow is we'll take a trip down to the forest area, because we really haven't been down there yet. So maybe we'll just take a ride down there and kind of see what it's like. So just a little over $12,000 we had. So a full day of just passing along here on the farm. Is our money higher than 12,200 or is it lower? Pretty much the same. Which is, that's great. We can deal with that. No more. Okay, the chickens made a lot of eggs. I thought I had plenty of room, but apparently not. How much food did you guys go through? That doesn't tell me too much. I don't know the numbers. So they went through a decent amount, but you know what? That should last them quite a while. The chickens, no more room for eggs. Why is it showing me I have room for eggs? Maybe I'll see when I get over there. I'm not too sure. So they didn't go through that much grain in 1 month. And of course the sheep, well, if I'm going over there with a telehandler to move the eggs around, I might as well grab a bale to bring it over to them. And did the sawmill fill up? Yes, it did. So I did not take care of our buildings and the farm too well overnight. So I'll have to take care of the planks to make sure that keeps up and running. I'm pretty sure the sawmill wasn't stopped for too long. Yeah, definitely the third cut of grass this year. Or I could even do it in the next cut. But I'd rather do silage in the next cut. That way when wintertime comes, it will definitely be all silage by then. In the third cut this year, we'll have to make some hay. That is all the hay that we have. But that's more than enough to get us through the end of the year. Now we'll also come over here and see how much the sheep made in wool again. Should be pretty much the same. Yeah, it could be. There might be room for another pallet to spawn there, but I'm stacking the other pallets too close to that spawn area. So that's why it couldn't spawn in another one. So I should move those. So basically in a day right now, we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,250 liters of wool, it looks like, in a 24-hour period. Oh, and someone did ask, yes, I can actually stack as many bales here as I want. And then it's always there for them to take, but I'm just trying to keep it a little bit realistic. I don't think, well, I have seen some farmers in real life, they just throw a bale out in the field and let them eat as needed. Let's go ahead and just grab a couple of these just to get them out of the way for now. Or just grab one of them. That way we can have some eggs spawning. But that's good though. With the extra horses and the little bit of the loan we paid off, we did make a little bit of a profit in the last month. Not a whole lot, but it's better than losing a little bit, right? Alright, so the one thing I do want to see is how did our spinnery do with the wool. Yeah, it's not keeping up with the wool currently, so yeah, we may have to look into upgrading that. Alright, I'm going to get all this wool transferred over to the spinnery. So let me go ahead and take care of that. Then I think we'll take a little trip with the Fiat over to the forest area. And possibly, you know, maybe look into buying some actual forest land and maybe trying to do some logging in there. To go ahead and do some firewood or some other stuff in the future. Steady as she goes. Can I grab all 4, please? That'd be great. Slowly getting better with the telehandler. And I'm actually surprised I haven't damaged as much crops if I have. Although any little damage there not going to play a huge role into what goes on around here. Yeah, just a little bit of concern of the food, though, still for the animals. We do, and we'll have more food this year because we got the 2 potato fields that we merged together. That's sorghum, so we'll get a little bit more from that. And of course, we got another sorghum field over here. That was a sunflower field, and we do have the wheat field that we bought to help feed the animals. And of course, the oats, we're saving the oats because the training facility takes oats and hay only. So we're trying to stockpile that as we go along. Alright, the sheep are all taken care of. All the animals are taken care of. I need to come over here and get the production building of the sawmill up and going again. And this here, I don't get too fancy with it. Just grab 1 pallet at a time and do them stacks of 3. Pretty soon that sawmill will fire back on up. And I think what we will do, before we actually go to the forest, we're going to skip another month and get right to July. Nope, you stay on there. Actually, no, we can actually go to the forest because July I will be doing harvesting. So I'll go to the forest this month. And then we'll skip through the rest of the month because it's not going to take us too long to go down there, I don't think. And just have a little bit of a tour. I've only been in fly mode over the forest area, so I really haven't been actually there driving around to see how much room is actually down there. But in fly mode, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room to bring any major equipment down there. Even the wood splitter for firewood might be too big for down there. The planks are in July, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, it should be in July. Best price $14.29, but the price is getting there. And right now we're looking at about $90,000 of planks. Alright, I'll go get the rest later on. Ooh, that stocking did not go as well as some other ones have. Alright, let's go get the Fiat and we'll head on down to the forest area. Yeah, the grass will be ready next month also. I know it says ready for harvest, but it's not at its full height. because I do have a little bit of a lull in the year for farming, from when we plant to harvest time. So in the future, having something to really do in the months of like May and June and possibly July, a little bit of forestry work would not be too bad, as we wait for our spruce trees to grow on up. Because if I can make the wood splitter work as well as it's intended to, can make a lot of money by selling firewood. Hello, Earl. Probably have to scroll in a little bit more because there's going to be so many trees in here. Yeah, the road's really rough through here. So you can see, yeah, there are trees in here, but it's one of those things of there's one here, there's one there. I don't remember being down here before in a tractor. I may have been, though. But maybe you didn't see the episode if I did so. And it's going to be a refresher course for myself as well. Oh, I do see a piece of cheese. What am I stuck on here? I'll take that $1,000. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Splits off a few different ways here. Well, there is a little bit of a bridge here. I gotta be able to find my way back out of here, though, when it comes to it. So, I mean, there is room down here for the wood splitter. But where we first came in, we took that first tight corner. That could be a little bit of a struggle getting that down here. And then, of course, I'd have to bring a trailer down here as well. So when I do split the wood, I can put it in the back of the trailer. This is a non-forgiving forest area, but there is a challenge to it. Of course, I could always just go ahead and put down another sell point for the firewood. That only costs $100, but I think it'd be kind of fun trying to get the firewood back out of here. Let's go ahead and get the map out to see roughly where we are. I'm actually next to another piece of cheese. Somewhere. Is it up on that rock, maybe? Yeah, we're at the edge of the map. I'm like standing on top of it, apparently. Somewhere in here there is a piece of cheese. Alright, I'm not too bothered about it, but I mean, since I'm... Oh, never mind, there it is. Not too bad. I hear my tractor. Where is it? There you are. So you can kind of see on the map itself. Let me, about the best I can get for you than blowing it up. I don't want to try to scroll in. This is scrolling into my tractor. There is a peninsula that goes out back there. But really to our left, this is the bulk of the forest area, but it's kind of rocky, very uneven. Getting a tree harvester in here is something I don't think you're going to be able to do. Well, you may get one in here, but working the terrain may be a little bit fun. I think I'm actually just going back up and around, right? That's what I want to do. Told you I was going to get lost in here. Probably very easy to roll something over as well. There's the bridge that we went over, so I think I want to go this way. Yeah, I can see my tire tracks in the water. So a couple of these cutbacks could be an issue trying to get around. With a trailer and the wood splitter. I'm not saying it can't be done. I mean, it can be done. Just gonna be a little tricky. The one thing I haven't checked on, though, is how much are these forest areas? 25,000, 13,000, 2,000. In here would be 3,660. That looks like a big lot, but we didn't go down there, so I'm wondering, is there a lot of trees in there that could possibly go ahead and cut down? For that price, it's relatively cheap, and all we need is like a couple trees, and we make our money back on it real easy. But you're going to earn your dollar going on in there and grabbing those trees and getting them out. Alright, back to the farm. We'll park up the Fiat, and we'll skip to the month of July, not through. See how we do money-wise. And then, of course, July gets back to doing more farming, which means the oat harvest will be ready. And now clear out way for me to get into making firewood behind there. And then, of course, we'll have the grass fields to do again. And that'll be for silage. But that'll be the last silage bales we make for the year, because the next cycle will definitely have to be hay, because we're starting to get a little bit low. And then also selling planks. Keep forgetting about that big dip right there. I don't think I'll ever remember that it's there when I go over it. Only been on this map now probably for about 100 hours or so. Actually, how many hours do I have on this map? Okay, so only 50 hours on this map. Oops, no. Stay out of the vehicle. There we go. Yeah, so the question is, I think I'm just going to go ahead. I'm questioning when the planks are going to be the best price. 1388. Still got to go up quite a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and risk it. Let me look in the sale page. Nothing of true interest. Although I don't really think I need anything either. Wait, how much room do I have in... Alright, I need to go take care of the sawmill because I think I left about 5,000 liters last time and it wasn't enough. Alright, with that all taken care of, we're sitting at 14,867. And I'll have a quick look again at the planks. Like I said, I'm taking a little bit of a risk, seeing that price may be worse in the morning. But I think it's going to be better. 1388, 14, 8, 6, 7. Trying to remember, probably too many numbers are going to get them all confused. All right, so we made about $1,000 overnight. Great demand at plank selling station. Is that for planks? I mean, that'd be great. 1433 is the best price right now. So it's better than it was yesterday, that's for sure. The price is starting to go down. But it said great demand at plank selling station, I thought. Got to find planks on the list here. Okay, so even though there's a great demand at the plank selling station, I'm still getting the better price at the farm shop, which is just up the road. So that's pretty easy to get to. So we should be making, next episode, the first thing we'll do is sell the planks. And we should bring in, well, just shy of $100,000, which is great. The grass field should be ready. Just make sure on that, which they are. Perfect. The oat field, as you can see, is ready. I don't think wheat field, I think wheat field is another month. I don't think I can see that far on over. Yeah, well, I'm this far. I might as well just keep on walking on up here. Is wheat field ready? The oat field and wheat field are so close together. Oh, yeah, so the wheat field is ready as well. So we got wheats to harvest, and of course we got the oats to harvest, and the sorghum won't be ready now for another month. Let's see, how are the animals looking like here? The sheep are doing well enough. The chickens are fine. And of course the horses, they're still doing okay. And yes, reproduction, yes, they're up to 18% already. So that's going along well. So when these reproduce again, we'll probably take the ones that are worth more. And by then we should have a training facility on down. So that is all good. Production buildings, just a quick check on those. Hide inactive. Yeah, so we're slowly backing up on the wool. And we're slowly digging into the cotton. So some changes could be coming up on that. I'll think about it. Oh yeah, we need to get... I got another month's worth of wood in the sawmill. And speaking of wood, yeah, one more check. But it doesn't look like they've grown any. Is the spruce trees behind the mill. Oh, no, wait a minute. Nope, they may be at full... No, they're not quite full, I don't think. 25.5. I think they can get up to 33 meters tall. But if I'm desperate for wood, we got some. And we got some reindeer out back here as well. Kind of interesting. They still haven't fixed that issue since day one. But I find it funny, though. It was funny definitely around Christmas time, you know, saying we had reindeer. But so on and so forth. And yeah, those trees are kind of growing. And the ones, the saplings we put down, those have sprouted as well. So, yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of trees here. But I think we'll have to steal the ones from out back here for the sawmill. But harvest comes first. Don't need to rush to get the wool to the spinnery because it's got enough going on there. But yeah, we may upgrade the spinnery. just to produce more fabric, which will always be nice. But anyways, that's going to do it for taking care of the animals this episode, because that's all we pretty much did. Taking care of the animals and taking care of our production buildings. And a little bit of a trip back on down to the forest. I don't remember being down there with you guys, but maybe I have been. I just didn't remember. But it was good to get back on down there. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.